The Reaper, the Maelstrom, and the Thief is a Dungeons & Dragons show by RollCast, intended for mature audiences. It contains mature themes, strong language, violence, and drug references. Full content warnings can be found on the episode's description.
Hi there, welcome to RollCast. I'm Tom, the DM, and this is normally the part of the video where I would introduce our players and characters, ask them some questions, and just do some general introductionary things. However, as you can see, it's just me today, and that is because this episode is actually part 2 of our 2-part Chapter 1 finale. So I would suggest, if you've not seen it yet, if you've not seen part 1 yet, go back onto our channel, watch the video there, or alternatively, you could watch the short catch-up summary video, which will be playing right about now.
Lincia, it must be.
Dix, I believe it is, yes?
Oh, yes, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lean up to shake his hand.
Lincia has various items for all 3 of you if the lizard would like to come back at some point. Lincia has 2 items that are the same for each of you, and 1 special specific item for each of you too. Almost like it is tailored towards you.
So from behind his back, he pulls out what looks to be a letter, Dix.
For you, Dix, a letter. It has reference to your eldest brother.
My brother is missing.
The eldest.
Give me that.
Payment first.
Turns to Gregor.
For you, Lindsay is going to have to, abridge this.
Pulls it out, and it is a leather-bound book with the crest of Lathander on it.
Ooh, this is a book of Lathander. It details his deeds, the religion, and how, most importantly, as Lindsay detects conflict within you, how to become a cleric of Lathander. Finally, you, dear Ezadix. Not Ezadix, Ezajax. There we go.
Pulls out another book.
This, I believe, will be incredibly important for you. It is a book of...
And he leans in very close and whispers in your ear. You see that there are 5 cultists stood in front of you. A little ahead of them, so in between them essentially, stood at what looks to be a stone slab, which you, Gregor, recognise to be a plinth. There is another figure.
Plinty.
Most of his skin is kind of like a dark green, but there are various splotches that look like they have melted and they have turned black. There is like literally just a thin wisp or 2 of hair lifting in one direction, with some black robes like all the others.
Gregor, I was wondering when I would see your face again. It is Merrick, back from the dead. You do not remember me. Do you not remember your friend, Ragnarok?
I do.
That bastard tied me to a bed, set my home on fire, and left me to burn.
Still trying to remember who he is.
Well, maybe this will outjog your memory.
As they kneel down, he plunges 2 daggers into them. They let out a yelp of pain before falling forwards. 2 pairs of legs appear. One of the pairs of legs is human and clad in what looks to be kind of like martial arty type of robes as the smoke starts clearing. The other has these leather boots on that are tied together. And as more and more smoke clears, you see kind of like almost baggy pants that are surrounded by more leather. Gregor, you see once more the forms of your former companions. Slack-jawed, glassy-eyed.
Rag, Ivok, good to see you again. I wish it was under better circumstances.
And I'm gonna throw at him. Ray of Sickness at 3rd level.
So as you spin your hat around then and launch it at Murug, this bright sickly green ray just zooms out and again hits him square in the face, exactly where the guiding bolt did. Murug, who has taken a guiding bolt to the face and a ray of sickness all in the span of around about 4 seconds. He's not feeling too good, he's not looking too good, he's not a happy man.
Witness the power of miracle. Witness the power of miracle.
And as that happens, there's a sudden whoosh, as the same white light that was reefed around the dagger erupts behind him, and a giant figure appears behind him. Probably, you would estimate about 9-10 foot. Doesn't have any feet. It's kind of like tapers off into a wisp. Its arms are quite large. It's got claws on its hands. Its face is almost like a blank, jagged template with 2 horns rising behind it. And with that, we're back up to Gregor.
Wee. Ooh, I am feeling this damage, by the way, guys. That's not good. Can I activate Cleric Rage again?
I believe you can. I don't think there's a limit to it.
It was after taking a long rest.
Yes, then yes, you can, because the potion of Angelic Slumber.
All right. Yeah, okay, I'm going to activate that.
So yeah, after being attacked by your undead friend and taking quite a bit of damage, you just feel anger well up inside of you, and you unleash it within yourself.
Right. I will do that, definitely. I'm just going to grab my hammer and just face Ivok. Ugh, that wasn't very nice, but hopefully this will put you out of your misery. I'm just going to go straight down into his head and just... Sorry, Ivok.
Roll to hit. There's your AC.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That. 21.
That definitely hits.
All right, and that is 2d10. Is that a radiant damage as well? For the life drinker?
No, it's not, I don't believe. Give me 1 second. No. But you get a +1 to your attack, and you have advantage, remember? So...
Oh, I have advantage, don't I?
Yes.
What, even onto a damage rolls?
No, just on your attack rolls, I'm afraid. But you can always roll it again, see if you get nat 20.
Can I do that?
Yeah, that's why I said you can always roll it again, see if you get a nat 20.
Yeah, no.
Okay, what's your damage then?
It was 5 points of damage, and also I take 5 points of damage.
You do.
Because
afraid.
it's under 10.
Unfortunately, so.
This is not good.
So it must be for every point under... Yep, the wielder takes the difference. Okay, so as you swing the hammer around at Ivor, or swing it down on Ivor, it connects with his head with a sickening... You would suspect that if that was done onto a normal, not undead person, they would really feel that, but his head just kind of long and just... You're the reason we're here.
Can I have a bonus action?
Unless you have any bonus actions, I'm afraid not.
Spiritual weapon?
You want to do your spiritual weapon, if that's a bonus action?
It definitely is on here. Yep.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So as he said that, I just go, oh, flipping heck, you're not Ivok. Bang! I'm just gonna go make a celestial weapon of a mace, and just gonna go straight into his neck and hopefully just snap his spinal cord through it.
Okay, roll to hit them, please.
Oh, 19.
That will hit. Roll your damage. Unfortunately, that is not radiant damage, it's force damage.
Yeah, it's force damage, yeah.
Yes, it is 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Bear in mind as well that when you use this bonus action, it classes as a second level spell.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, burn a second level, please.
Yep, done that.
So yeah, you see this, you see him kind of like just, or you hear him, should I say, just say this to you, and you stab up with this glowing spiritual weapon, and you deal.
I deal 6 points of damage.
You stab it into his throat and yank it back out. Does the weapon disappear afterwards, or does it remain? Yes. So you pull it out and it disappears, and just thick, kind of globulary black blood just kind of like drops out in globules. Ivok doesn't react to this. He opens his mouth just to unable to speak.
Flipping heck, you never die.
So we're up to cult member number 3, and once again, just fast asleep on the floor, having a time of his life, just having some great dreams. We're now, however, up to Ezador.
Okay, can I blink behind him and then just attack?
What, blink behind cultist number 5?
Yeah.
The one that you're on? Yes, if you wish.
So, and what, does that get me like a bit of a surprise or something?
Not unless he's flanked, I'm afraid. If you flank someone, so you can like how Gregor is, he's got someone on both sides of him. If someone else was on the other side of him, you'd get flanking bonus, so you get an advantage. But as it is unfortunately still just a normal one.
Right.
Let me just double. I was going to say let me just double check. If he wasn't already engaged in combat with you, I would give you advantage on it. But no, because he's already engaged in combat, unfortunately, yeah, just a normal attack roll.
Right, okay.
Sorry, guys, with this being the last one of this chapter, I'm having to be a bit more harsh with you guys.
That's all right. 15.
15. I believe that hits, yes. Roll your damage, please.
3.
So as you kind of like, you hit your blink watch, you poof, and then reappear behind him, you jog forward, and you stab him, but it doesn't quite go far enough inside of him. You deal 3 points of damage to him, and a little bit of blood kind of like oozes out from the wound. Is that your go?
Yeah, I think it is. No, actually, sorry. No, yeah, because I'll be breaking engagement. No, that is it.
Okay. So at this then we're back up to the now pretty much mute form of Ivor, as he is still locked in combat with Gregor. He pulls back, he takes his first hit, and with a 6, I'm assuming he misses.
He misses, definitely.
So he tries to strike with the open palm, and it just zooms past your face. He reaches his other palm back, and kind of like almost like trying to slap your face as his eyes glow once more. I'm assuming a 9, doesn't it?
Nope.
You kind of like, as this first palm misses, the second palm comes in and you just kind of dodge. And for his final, with his flurry of blows, he raises his knee up, trying to knee you into... And a 6 doesn't hit.
Nope.
So, almost like Gregor has entered Ultra Instinct or something. You see the fucking knee coming towards you, and you just kind of like dodge out of the way of it.
You have much to learn, young apprentice.
That is 2 of that. Oh
Your
shit!
technique is slow.
I've also realised this is what happens when you don't read someone's character sheet enough. That with that previous flurry of blows, there were other things that I could have done on the hit. But nonetheless, we're up to cultist number 4, who is still also engaged with you. And I also realised he was flanking there, and he should have had advantage, but doesn't matter. I'm going to continue to log. So cultist 4, seeing you go into fucking Ultra Instinct mode, is going to have a go. With an 18.
Yes.
So you kind of like dodge 3 blows from Ivor just expertly. But as you're doing this, he sees his opportunities. You kind of like spin around. And again, he just jabs his sword forward. He catches the side of your neck and deals 5 points of damage. But with
Great.
that... Oh, wait. Remember, are you applying your Cleric's Rage bonus?
Oh, yeah, sure. What would that be then, out of a 5?
We'll call that 2.
I can say that.
And then we'll also say that the last one that you got was to add 10 to your HP because you've missed out quite a lot of bonuses since
Are you sure?
activating
I
your
thought I've
cleric.
only just activated it after I attacked
Oh, was it after?
Ivor.
No.
Yeah.
Ivor attacked you, then you activated it, then you hit Ivor? Or was it you've literally just done it?
Yeah, I hit Ivor, and then I used my holy thingy, and that was it.
Okay, in which case, yeah, that's the only one then. 2 points instead of 5.
Yeah, that's all
Thank
right.
you
I'm
for
happy with that.
Yeah, thank you for that. You've done that twice.
No,
But
yeah, it
Dix-
didn't sound right to me. I was like, oh, no.
Dix, my friend, we're up to you.
Right. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna use my action to use a circlet of blasting for this, though.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Second level. So second level, it will be Scorching Ray, but I'm using my circlet of blasting, which will give me a +5 to hit. I can create 3 rays,
Yeah.
all separate, that I need to roll for, but I'm going to aim them all at Murug.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So I just need to make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So the first one,
So how are you doing? I'm
is-
guessing you're kind of like tipping your hat and holding onto the circlet.
I've still been spinning from the previous spell. I'm just going to reel off these spells as I'm doing my 360s.
Kind of like a little gnomish spinning top, just like little fucking spells darting out every so often.
It's like his own little Mario Kart. Yeah.
Yep, go for a roll. that
Natural 20 on the first one.
first. Okay, roll your damage and double it.
Right, so the first one's going to be... Yeah, 11, 10, 20. So that's 22 damage for the first one.
Okay, roll your second one.
Second... 21.
So as this first one hits him square in the chest, he kind of flies back and he actually passes through the wraith form. And as you fire the second one, the wraith, the spell heads towards it, and the wraith just kind of holds its hands out and absorbs the spell.
Is that what the count is? Is that with a counter spell?
No, that is with a reaction.
Right. Just a reaction that it has. Alright.
Might not be able to do it all the time, but that is what it has done this time.
Alright, so that one doesn't go off then.
Nope, unfortunately not. It just gets absorbed.
The third one?
Yep, go for your third one.
19.
That does hit. So yeah, roll your damage.
9.
So, as the Wraith absorbs that one, it just zoom. You fire off another one almost immediately as it's absorbing it. Just past the Wraith and hits Murug mid-air, dealing 9 points of damage. The flame starts spreading across him, and you can, as he lands on the plinth itself, just move him upwards. As he lands on the plinth itself, you can see he's starting to desperately panic, start to hit himself. Not dealing any further damage to himself, but he is hitting himself out of sheer panic. Given that you've only just heard a little bit of his story, you suspect he might not be too happy about fire at this moment in time. As the flames douse, you can see he's just... This guy is not doing too hot.
Alright, well I don't want to be cocky. I've not moved, so can I use a bonus action to throw a couple of potions towards Gregor on the floor near him? So I'm going to try and throw a couple of spells his way. I'm going to try and hit him with one.
Potions, you mean, sorry.
Yeah, potion of greater healing.
I was thinking spells.
Is that what I said? Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to throw 2 potions of greater healing.
Yep.
One of them I'm going to throw to hit him, and the other one I'm going to throw on the floor next to him for him to pick up if he needs it.
Okay. Just to let you know, next time though, you can only throw 1 potion per turn. But I'll allow it for this turn. But
I can throw them both at the same time
Yes.
with the same intention.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep, go for
Alright. What you want first?
it. Roll the one that you're aiming at, Gregor.
14.
So, Gregor, as you're just being stabbed and beaten and everything, and you take a second reprieve, you hear like this shattering on your back and you lurch forward ever so slightly. What healing does he get?
1d4 plus 4, I believe it, isn't it, for greater healing?
Great, I believe you are right. So, yes, roll your...
Who rolls it? Is it Josh or me?
It's not JB, it is you.
Jenny. Was it 1d4?
Plus 4.
No,
it's 4d4, isn't it?
It's 4d4.
Oh, 4d4. Nice. Okay.
Minus 2 of them, aren't we?
What did you get?
I got a 12 altogether.
Okay, yeah, so this bottle hits you and you regain 12 points of healing. So, Dix, roll your next one for it to land next to him.
19.
It just kind of like lands gently and rolls right next to his feet.
Thanks, Deeks.
Anytime!
So with this, we're back up to cultist number 5 then, who is still locked in combat with Ezador. With Ezador like teleporting behind him and stabbing him, he's just going to swing around wildly with a 13.
No.
So he swings around wildly, and because he's just swinging with such ferocity and wildness, he just whiffs it completely. Just doesn't even glance by. It is miles off. So now we are back up to Murug then. Murug, who is currently stood, panting heavily. He is panting heavily, and he's looking with fury at Dix. He kind of pulls his hand back, almost like he's pulling a bow, and out of nowhere, this bright white light again shows, and he fires it towards Dix. An arrow of spectral light shooting towards you, Deeks. 16 hit.
Yeah.
So it shoots and it lands straight in your foot. It deals 3 points of piercing damage, and you are currently hidden in place for 2 turns. You cannot move. Unfortunately, you can no longer spin. You're kind of like spinning around as this arrow hits your foot, and you just kind of like stopped mid-spin. Luckily,
Hindered.
you... Pardon?
I'm hindered.
You're hindered. Luckily, you can still see everyone and everything, but yeah, you're pinned in place for now.
I'm okay, everyone. Carry on.
Good to know.
It will heal.
So now we're up to Rag, and I realised that I didn't do Rag's turn last time. So Rag, seeing that Dix is now pinned in place, begins to make his way over towards him. He kind of like slovenly reaches behind him and pulls out his loot. As he kind of like slams his hand down onto it, kind of like without any rhythm, without any grace, the strumming starts to get louder and louder as he casts a first wave thunderwave at you.
Can I counterspell that as a reaction?
You can, yes. So as he is starting to hit it and it's starting to drum up more noise and more brum brum brum, a large force starts building up and he hits it a final time and this sonic wave comes out. How does your counterspell work again? It just does it automatically, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing I need to roll
level.
for it. If
So-
it's below.
As this sonic wave starts coming out towards you, Dix, you just kind of like hold your hat up and it just zumps straight into the hat. And I don't believe that Rag had any bonus actions, unless he was using his axes. So we are now back up to Gregor.
Right. I think all I'm going to do is going to go for another swing with the life drink straight for Iathlock again. I'm just going to bring it back. I'm just going to swing at his side and hopefully break the stitches that are holding him together.
Okay, yeah, roll with advantage then, and you've got +1 to your attack.
Lovely. Ooh. 21.
That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
$12.
12 points of damage, yeah. So, one, you don't take any damage from that, and you swing the warhammer around, and it connects directly where Ivik's ribs would be, where the stitching is. And as it hits, you see like 2 of the stitches like just ping ping pop off as the wound opens up slightly, and more of this black globular blood starts leaking out. The corpse of Ivik does not seem to be doing too well. He is kind of bleeding from his face. He is bleeding from his throat. Sorry, these literal almost balls of coagulated black blood just drooping down and landing. Not even with a splatter, they're kind of almost bouncing, so like they're hitting and ever so slightly sinking in. And that's now happening with the torso as well.
Lovely. Can I use another bonus action to do a spiritual thing again?
If you wish, yes.
Lovely. A 10.
A 10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Sorry, do I get advantage on that as well?
Yes, you do.
That's better, yeah. 19.
That hits. What's your max damage? Or your roll twice. Or roll
No, you
once
can
and
roll
double it.
twice, yeah.
Roll once and double it. Sorry, that's what we do.
Still not good. 8.
So how are
8
you
force.
how are you stabbing him?
Is this a killing blow?
No, it's not.
Oh. Basically, after I hit him on the side, I'm just going to let go of the hammer and I'm just going to make a mace again. I'm just going to go straight and hit him in the other side, hopefully undoing them stitches on that side as well.
So as you stab in, on the other side again, the stabbing itself doesn't pop any out, but as you yank the spiritual weapon out, more pop, pop, bing, comes out. And you can see now that there is literally around about 3 or 4 stitches, essentially, holding the two sides together. So we are now back up to cult member. We're back up to cult member number 3, who again, fast asleep, having a doozy of a time, like I said. Which means, Ezador, we're up to you.
What is this cultist wearing again? Sorry.
Just black robes, with the symbol of Merkel like embossed on the back of it.
Right. Okay. No worries. Can I will do lightning touch, shocking grasp. Sorry.
Shocking grasp. Yep, go for it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's not wearing armor, so on a hit. So I'm rolling to hit. 17.
That will hit.
Okay, and because it's level 5, it's 2d8.
Yep, roll your damage then.
Boom. 9.
9, okay, so as you reach out and you grab onto this cultist, you feel zzzz, like electricity course through you, and as you touch it, there's a heavy jolt as this cultist's arm literally just drops down with a heavy force. 12, you say?
9.
9, sorry. You say? So as that happens, you can see that the arm itself is heavily singed, incredibly singed, and this cultist is really struggling to catch their breath at the moment.
Okay.
With this, we're back up to Ivor. And Ivor, being a corpse, has no survival instinct, so he is once again going to make an open-handed attack towards Gregor.
Okay.
And my dice got go. I'm going to re-roll that. 24.
Yeah.
So he slams his hand out as kind of like his side, like both sides of his torso rock on the last couple of stitches. So that is 9 points of damage. So roll your 1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2, and that's half. So what's that go down to?
No, do your 1d8 plus 2 first.
Oh, okay. 8.
8. So, you take 1 point of damage.
Oh.
You can't half one, so you take 1 point of damage. And he takes the other 8 points of damage. So as this hand hits you, and the shockwaves reverberate back, it kind of pulls his arm back and you hear more boop, 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 and it's another horrifying kind of crunching, twisting, tearing noise as the top half of Ivor, unfortunately for the second time, pulls away from the bottom half of him. Top half falls flat onto the sand, onto the riverbed as dirt and dust kicks up, and the legs stay there before collapsing forward.
Not again.
Oh, no.
As the undead life, I guess, drains from his eyes, you can see kind of like almost a semblance of clarity on him for a split second. Roll perception, please.
Ooh. 20, not natural.
He is mouthing the words thank you to you.
I just let out a grin, and then I'm going to turn around and just face the other cultist.
Okay. If that is your go, then that cultist that you have turned around to face. As you turn around to face, he slashes down again with his sword. I'm guessing a 20 not natural will hit.
Well, you can roll again because actually people that
It's
attack me,
disadvantage, yes.
it's not disadvantage. Actually, it's advantage, but the
damage is half.
the damage is halved.
Okay, well, either way, it still definitely hits. You take 3 points of damage as he slashes across your chest.
3 points of damage. Okay.
Dix, we're up to you. You are still pinned in place.
Same again then with Ray of Sickness over to Murug.
Yep, roll to
We're
hit.
casting this at, I think it's second level this time though. Second level this time instead of third.
So is it 2 rays, I'm guessing, then?
No, it's.
Ray of Sickness, sorry.
Not rays. Yeah, it's just
Sorry,
going to be 3d8 instead of 4d8.
Yep. Okay.
But I've got roll to hit first.
Yep.
It's close. 19.
That will hit.
Yes.
Oh, wait, actually. 1 second. Roll damage anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll damage, let us know what the damage is.
You need another con save of 15 as well.
And roll the damage first.
15.
Points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So as this ray of sickness leaps forward, once again the wraith kind of like positions itself in front of Murug, takes the entire force of it. But as it kind of like sinks into it, the wraith itself starts to dissipate and disappear.
Could that... I don't think I'd be allowed to do it anyway. I was going to see if I could counter spell that, what he's doing there.
It's
But
not
no,
a spell, I'm afraid.
it's not.
No,
Alright.
I'm afraid not. But you
Got rid of
have...
the wraith.
Pardon? Yeah, you got rid of the wraith, which could have been really fucking dangerous if he'd have done his next move.
Oh.
Like, TPK level. So, you did good. So, we are now up to cultist number 5. Oh, yeah, go on.
This thing in my foot, what actually is it? Is it an arrow?
It is an ethereal, like, bolt. An ethereal arrow that cannot be removed.
Oh, it cannot be removed.
Cannot be removed. It is otherworldly.
Right. Okay, I'll leave it there then.
So we're up to cultist number 5, who is not doing too great. His arm is burnt really badly. He is twitching and convulsing on the arm. I rolled a d6 and I don't know why. Okay. 1 sec. As he raises his arm back, it twitches again, and the sword flies into the air, points downwards, and lands straight into his head. There's a sudden of blood as his arm, still twitching, kind of like just leans back, still twitching, and he falls to the floor, dead.
Free. You're free.
So that chap is now gone. However, that does mean that we're up to Murug. So Murug now, seeing that someone else has died, one of his cult members is asleep, one has passed away with a sword in his head, and the corpse of someone that he resurrected is now being bisected. He is no longer facing any of you. He instead kneels down and plants his hands on the plinth. There's more as he starts chanting quietly. And that is his go. It's not a spell, I'm afraid. How do you combat a wizard? You don't do spells. We are now up to Rag. Or the corpse of Rag, should I say. And the corpse of Rag is going to cast Vicious Mockery at Dix.
I'll allow that.
It opens its mouth and you just say
I take no offence.
roll a wisdom save, please.
How dare you?
Wisdom save. I think
Yes.
I have advantage on wisdom save.
Okay.
Where it is. Ability score improvement. No, it's not that. You have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic.
That would class, yeah. Roll your advantage then.
Fucking hell, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh dear.
Plus 5, 7.
It's definitely not going to beat that. So, you take 1d4, because it was only at first level. No, wait, sorry, 2d4, because it was only at first level. You take 5 points of psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next roll. You're not quite sure what this corpse was saying to you, but damn if it didn't hurt a little bit. It stung, just a tiny bit.
I take no offence, but fuck. those necrotics sting.
So, now, before we get up to Gregor's next turn, if I can... Sorry, I just need to...
That was called Gnome Cunning, by the way, that advantage.
Ah, okay, I like that. So, as Dix is hit by this strangely affecting insult, as Gregor is locked in combat with cultist number 4, and as Ezador is stood next to the now slain cultist number 5,
Thank you.
and Murug is chanting, the corpse of the recently slain cult member begins to vibrate wildly. There's a heavy as thunder rumbles above once more, and the skies darken. The corpse starts to raise high into the air, vibrating ever more before shattering. In its place, lowering, is a sight that none of you had ever wished that you would see again. In its place, landing with a stands the avatar of Merkel once more.
And it wasn't a spell.
That's not a spell.
It's not a spell.
This is god magic. That's not spell. It is.
Damn you, Dix, when you leave him
Oh, he
be.
needed to be summoned at some point, didn't he? Fuck.
The avatar of Merkel stands in front of you once more, his sharpened armour darker than the night, the 2 pinpricks of red shining through his helm, radiating pure malice. He turns with a... and surveys all of you, drawing his sword with a swing, and points it around at all of you. As he does,
Your debt is still unpaid. Your lives are forfeit. Your deaths will bring in a new age for the Lord of Bones.
Oh shit.
and the Avatar of Merkel has joined the fight. We are now back up to you, Gregor.
Oh, right. Right, did I see what Murug was doing when he was praying, and then all of a sudden I see the Avatar?
Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Nine.
The two don't seem to be related.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, that's all you get with that roll.
Right, so I don't know that. I'm just gonna... Can I put my hammer against the cultist and start pushing him towards...
Towards Rag?
Towards Rag, yeah, to bump into them, like knock them down.
Roll me a strength check then, please. I'll let you have it with advantage because you're still raging.
Uh, 16.
Yep, you succeed. So how are you doing this?
Basically, I see the cultist in front of me, and I see Rag after he did vicious mockery to Dix.
Yep.
I just go, no one makes fun of my friends. I'm just gonna start pushing the cultist like straight towards him, like nearly at full run.
Okay. So as you push into him, he tries to give a bit of resistance. But yeah, you start pushing, and it takes a split second, but you kind of push as hard as you can. The cultist goes flying back, sandwiched in between you and Rag, and takes 2 points of damage as you kind of like slam him in between the two of you. Just lets out a...
I can't do a reaction.
No, a reaction has to happen to... Something has to happen to you for a reaction, or to someone else. You can't take a reaction in your normal go.
So I can't... am I not allowed to attack?
No. You've done your action, which was pushing him.
Nah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that then.
In which case, we're up to cultist number 3, who is still fast asleep. Which means, Ezador, we're up to you, next to the Avatar of Merkel. He is not engaged in combat with any of you yet.
Right.
He is still just stood there menacingly.
I'm gonna twat him.
Okay, engage
No,
in
I'm not.
combat with...
I'm not.
I'm gonna
I'm
twat
gonna use
it,
my
do
blink
it.
watch.
Do it, do it,
I'm
engage
getting
in
out
combat, see how this works.
No.
Right
I'm
next to you.
I'm gonna go, have you seen my watch?
Boom.
I'm out of here. I'm gonna
Where are
go.
you teleporting?
I'm gonna go straight west. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I get on the table here?
Onto the plinth, so you hit the watch itself, and you just poof 1 second, and then poof back. You are now 5 foot away from. You are now 10 foot away from Murug, and you're kind of like teetering on the very edge of the plinth. Roll me acrobatics or no, roll me athletics, please. Athletics or dexterity, whichever you wish.
Ooh, nice. I'll go dexterity before I look. 21.
So you kind of wobble slightly for a second on the very edge of this plinth, and then your feet, you're literally on the kind of like the, you know, the curve of your foot between the sole and the heel of your foot. You kind of balance on that, and then you kind of push yourself forward, and your feet find purchase on the plinth, and you are now there steadily.
Balance, bitch. How heavy is this gun?
You can roll me an intelligence check if you wish to try and figure it out. Not intelligence, knowledge. One of these days, guys, I won't say Fallout stats, but today's not one of those days. No, it was intelligence, not knowledge. Fucking hell.
10.
Very heavy.
Okay. I'm going to... And it's stone, I take it.
It is a stone of a type.
I'm going to find my map. There it is.
Actually, roll me a history check, please, because you guys have talked about what it's made of before. See if you can remember it.
14.
14. Let me just remember what it's called. It is called... As you're kind of looking at this stone, you can see the red flecks in it. And you can see that it is... Although a lot of it is stone, it looks to be either granite or marble stone, there are flecks of orichalcum in it.
Right.
A metal with magical properties. Divine properties, in fact.
Nah, okay, I'm just going to do a blade ward.
Okay. So how do you summon this blade ward then? I'm assuming with hand movements around and then just kind of like, almost like you're tying a bow. You hear a zing as you now have blade ward activated. Which means we're up to cultist number 4, who is currently sandwiched in between Gregor and Ragnarok. He is going to roll a strength check to try and push Gregor back so he can move again. Roll opposed strength, please. So just roll your strength. Strength check.
Ooh. 21.
He tries to push, but you kind of like, nope, push back.
Yeah.
He slams back into Rag again and takes another 2 points of damage. Just a which means Dix, we're up to you, and this is the third go that you've had the ethereal bolt in your foot, so it just vanishes.
I can move.
You can move once more.
All right, then. Changes things. Right. Thought I had another go with it. That's all.
I thought that was your second go just now, so I thought this would be your third.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, I'm going to do something first. I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
As this arrow from my foot. Just like, yes, finally! Blow the bottom of my hat and create Mirror Image, which is going to create an additional 3 of me.
Okay.
So they're duplicates, essentially, in which enemies, creatures can't tell the difference. If you want more descriptive, 3 duplicates of yourself appear in your space for the duration. The duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shift in positions, so it's impossible to track which image is real.
You can control all of those extra ones.
I can control all of them, yeah.
Yes.
We'll talk about damage if it ever comes to it, but basically, if I get attacked, I roll stuff, and it depends whether it goes onto those or not.
Okay.
Or onto me.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, oh nice, you've duplicated them.
I have, that's what I meant by you can control all of the
Right.
ones on the screen now.
Yeah, it's fine. Which one was me? Was it the centre bottom one?
Center, like smack in the middle, yes.
Yeah. Just gonna see if I can highlight them and move them all. I can. Right, then I'm going to move.
Okay. Because you were... Oh, wait, no, you weren't locked in combat yet. You're fine to move.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move more to the west, towards
Yep.
the shoreline. just so I've got more of a sight line towards Murug again. And I'll hold stead there.
Yeah, so as you move, like, as the four of you move as one kind of, like, interweaving around each
We
other.
all shifted it in. Not that I would do that as I'm moving. But it's
You weren't
just
doing a
literally
jiu-jitsu dance, no, but
No, it's a 10 and a walk.
just to try and confuse him, and as you reach your destination slightly more on the western side, you can hear again the spray of the lake around you. You can feel the spray around you, the bitter cold of it. But again, as you kind of like, I'm guessing you just kind of glance at this kind of like wall of water. Again, it looks like it's trying to hit against, but something is stopping it from plummeting down onto you all.
And as I can feel the spray of the ocean, it just reminds me again just to shout towards Gregor. Gregor, don't forget about the potion.
Potion?
Yes.
I was
A
going to
little
say
bit
the
occupied here.
potion
The one that's on the
is...
floor.
Yeah, let me just show where
No,
it is.
he did throw me one before when I wanted the other potion.
It is still on
Yeah.
the floor, you never picked it up. It is that red little splodge on the floor. Because you have moved and you never picked it up.
Oh, is he moved?
Yeah, he shoved the
pushed.
cultist. So we're now up to Murug. Murug again is still chanting, hands placed on the plinth, just well, actually more accurate. And we go to Ragnarok. Ragnarok is gonna slope, or the corpse of Ragnarok, gonna slope up to Dix. And again, he is going to cast Thunderwave.
Oh,
This
hang
time.
on. Hang on.
Oh, actually, no, he's not. I've just seen what Ragnarok can do.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys are going to go through a Thunderwave with... No, imagine, is it? I can't remember if it's on itself.
No, there's something else. So Rag again still has his thing and starts hitting it. La, la, la. And as he does, there is... Hang on, 5, 10, 15, yeah, definitely in space. As he does, let me just draw something quickly. Let's see if this...
What's he doing?
We'll see. We'll see. So, yep. He casts Cloud of Daggers.
Fuck at that one. Bastard, he's in my own spells against me.
I have to
Right, I am the half-blood prince.
I have to thank you guys for not taking your character sheets down. It's made this so much easier for me. So,
But I'm good. Hang on. 'Cause I...
okay.
What level?
It is... That is 3rd level.
I'm gonna have to spell it.
Okay. Are you counterspelling it?
Hang on, doing it. Aye. Yeah. No. Oh, I'm fucking losing it. No, I'm not. I don't think I should. No. It's the start of my next turn that takes effect, isn't it?
It is. Let me just double check something here. It is the... I think so. Let me just...
I would rather just recast that spell again than lose mine.
You've only... a creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So for now, I'm going to say you're fine.
It starts its turn there.
Yes. So you're fine for now, but when it's your go next, you'll take that damage. Unless you do something to stop it.
Nah, fuck it. I'm going to counter it.
Okay.
I'm gonna counter it.
So because it's 3rd level, I don't believe you need to do anything else, do you?
No.
Okay, so Rag is hitting this loot of his, and around you, Dix, you start to see the whisperings of daggers start to form around in the air. But before they can form into an actual cloud and swirl around you and damage you, all 4 of you in unison, just hold out your hats, and the daggers disappear into each of the hats.
Like begging for money. Just daggers fall into the hats.
Please, daggers. And you have dispelled that then. So in which case, I don't think Bragg has any bonus actions that I can use.
I feel like that was silly, but could have killed me.
Like I said, guys, this is the season finale. I'm not fucking around anymore.
I like it. I really like it.
This is a DM who has kind of let himself off the lead a little bit.
Only a little bit.
No shit.
A little bit. Do you not remember our one-shots?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
We are now up to the Death Knight, though. So, what is his movement and where are all of you? Actually, that doesn't matter because there is someone that is threatening something far more important. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Seeing Ezador blink out, sensing someone that shouldn't be near the plinth, on the plinth, he slowly makes his way over towards you. He raises the long sword up and slashes down at you. So a 30 will hit.
Nope. You take 8 points of damage as the sword slams down into you. Is that my blade ward?
Oh yes, what does your blade ward do again, sorry?
Oh,
It's resistance, isn't it? Slashing.
yeah, I get bludgeon, slashing, and thingy resistance.
That's lucky.
I can't
You
remember.
take 4 points of damage then.
Pish!
He raises it up again. And slams it down.
Give me your best shot, you hellish demon!
A 23 will hit.
Nope.
And you take another 4 points of damage as it just kind of bonks into you.
Pish!
And for the 3rd time, he raises his long sword. A 20, but not natural.
Nope.
Doubt.
Yeah, you hit me.
Yeah, sorry, mate. He is a heavy hitter. So that is 3 points of damage with that last one, though. As he hits down, it kind of like catches into your shoulder, and the greatsword itself doesn't pierce any of these times. Each time it's kind of like bludgeoned you. So almost as if, like you've kind of almost got used to it a little bit. That last one doesn't hurt nowhere near as much.
Pish!
We are up to... Yeah, sorry.
You did the blade one, that last one as well, didn't you?
Yes, I've halved each of those. So we're now back up to Gregor then.
Right, I think. Am I still sandwiched in between?
You're sandwiching them, but you're not sandwiched between them.
Right. I'm still pinned up against thingy, and I'm just gonna open my mouth and cast my breath spell, breath weapon, should I say?
Okay, go for it.
That's a 12 dex savings throw.
12. There's no chance in hell he's made that.
Right, so that is 3d6.
Okay, roll your damage then on this cult member.
Hmm. 12. 12 lightning damage.
Okay, so as this cultist is kind of wedged between both of you and the corpse of Rag, you open your mouth and at point blank just... I'm assuming with your lightning breath?
Yes, exactly like.
And you blast him fully in the face, dealing 12 points of damage, and as the lightning fades, you can see still arcs of lightning shooting around his face. It is fried beyond all comprehension, and this poor chap is just holding on with the very smallest sliver of life. His face is melted. It makes Murug's face look like a portrait, to be quite honest, at this point. It is...
I think I went a bit overboard.
You can smell burning, seared flesh. As we go on to cultist number 3, who, once more, just fast asleep as hell is breaking out around him. Ezador, we're up to you.
Right, my blink watchy thing. I'm assuming it is usually like just moving, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'm going to do a shocking grasp. I assume he's wearing armor.
He is, yes.
Nice. Oh, on that plinth though. You need that plinth. You need that plinth. Decimated. Nah, but I can't really because he's going to have an attack of opportunity. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm going to shocking grasp the night dude.
Yep. You have advantage then, yep.
Natural 20.
You are so lucky. Roll your damage.
Lightning. The 5th level? Yeah, it's 2d8.
And then you'll double that once you've...
Boom. So that's 9 doubled.
Yes, that's 18 points of damage.
18. And obviously it's because it's I did the advantage because it's on armor, isn't it?
Yes. So you place your hand on his armor and then and you see the electricity arc all around, and you see him involuntarily just kind of like shake, and then his neck kind of like during the shaking kind of like almost cracked at a 45-degree angle, just whips back to normal, and you see these pinpricks of red with almost like red mist searing down from them, just still staring at you unmoved. You slam the blink watch and then poof! Yes, you have disappeared once more. Where are you reappearing?
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I get there?
Where? Yes, you can. You kind
Without
of like
being on the plinth, so I'm still at the corner.
Yes, you kind. Yeah, so you hit the watch and you boomf, and then reappear right on the very edge of the plinth. When you reappear, you are almost touching the very corner of the plinth itself.
Cool.
And at this, we're up to cultist number 4, who is desperately holding on for life, and with the very last vestiges of his life, he makes an attack towards you, Gregor. He raises his sword, and again, it's shaking because of the electricity coursing through him, and it's done at such a slow speed, you're able to just pretty much just take the actual attack, and it does nothing to you.
I think you're done.
With that, we're up to Dix.
I think. Let's see where I am. You stay where I am for a minute. I'm going to second level charm person. At second level, I can expand that to 2.
Okay, who are you charming?
2 people. I'm going to do that on Rag and Cultist 4.
Okay.
30 feet, 1 action, duration 1 hour. Wisdom save of 15 on both of those.
Okay, so let's start with this number 4 first. So wisdom of 15, you say? Charisma of 15, sorry.
I wonder if it's me. It must make a wisdom. No, it must make a wisdom saving throw, and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. Now, yeah, Gregor is, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. You're technically fighting a Rag.
I'm not fighting Rag.
He's launching spells at you.
Is that not just classed as locked in combat, though?
That's not locked in combat, but you are fighting.
Just the fight scene itself.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's going to be anyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on, then. Fuck it, let's give it a go.
Yep. So wisdom of 15, did you say?
15, yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the cultist. Doesn't matter if you failed that first time. Oh wait, no, it's advantage, yeah. Attacker wins.
I win.
So, yes, attacker wins.
Yeah.
So how are you casting charm? Sorry.
Simultaneously, all 4 of us. I don't know. I'm not dancing.
Please dance.
All of you dancing, just like a small little gnome dance to charm everyone.
I'm just gonna wave at them. Let's get them to be my friend.
Okay, fair enough. So the cultist, even though he's not facing towards you, you feel that he now regards you as a friendly presence. Gregor, you can see the cultist's eyes have glowed purple for a brief second. Unfortunately, Rag's eyes do not change in the slightest. And he still regards you as an enemy, I'm afraid.
Does that mean that Gregor is no longer locked in combat if it's become charmed?
Doesn't regard you. Not your companions.
If it becomes it's friendly towards me, but that
It is charmed by you until the spell ends, until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. Not your companions, I'm afraid.
Can I use a bonus action to try and encourage a creature towards me?
You can, yes.
I'm gonna do that instead of moving. Then I'm just gonna as I'm waving, I'm just gonna join me.
Persuasion with advantage.
Bastard.
Doesn't matter, I think you've got.
3.
He starts walking towards you. You got a 2.
I was gonna say, why do?
Gregor, roll an attack of opportunity. So you are still technically locked in combat.
Alright, yeah, fine. Is this just a
Look at my
natural
eyes.
20?
Yeah,
Oh.
Look at my eyes like, don't attack him. Don't attack him.
What was that? Sorry, Gregor. Is this just a normal?
Yeah, just a normal D20.
Yes, it's just an attack roll.
Natural 20?
Roll
Like
that
it's all,
damage
isn't
and
it?
double it.
I'm hitting him with the hammer, aren't I?
Yep. So roll your 2d10s and double it.
Yeah, there.
Actually, no, it doesn't matter. You've still got Cleric's Rage. Oh, wait, no, so you've got... Oh, no. Roll your 2d10 and quadruple it.
Quadruple it.
What big numbers.
Okay, so 13.
That is 52.
Yeah, alright. As he's walking away, I just grab the hammer. I'm just gonna go. Have any of you watched The Mask?
Yeah.
He just pulls the hammer back and just go, whoa! And just slam down into the middle of his body.
You slam it down into the middle of his body. He kind of like connects with the head at first and continues going down. As it continues going down, you just hear until you pretty much compressed him onto the riverbed itself. You keep on going. His corpse explodes into viscera.
Snooze.
Just to let you know, that would have taken out most of the combatants in the arena.
Yep.
Most. He had 2 health left.
I felt like it was such a waste when I did it. I was like, I'm flipping absolutely obliterated him.
Such an
It's worth
overkill.
it for a second opportunity, yes.
Yeah, but 52 points of damage. There's overkill, and then there's that. All right, so
Can I intimidate the zombie with my impressive feat?
You can try. Roll it with disadvantage though. Roll intimidation with disadvantage. So you're trying to intimidate a zombie.
Yeah, good point.
But with that nat 20 and 52 points of damage, I'll give you that.
With disadvantage as well.
With disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Well, it wouldn't have done me any good anyway. No, it's not too bad though. 6.
The corpse of Rag doesn't even regard you with anything.
Well, that didn't work. Well, you're next, Rag, anyway.
Jesus.
I have to put them down. It's not right that they're flipping animated as corpses.
I have to put you down, Rag. Feeling very Lenny over this. Okay, so we are now on to Murug's turn. He is continuing to chant, and as he chants, you feel rumbling once more. Just a you see a dark negative of light emanate from his hands and start to surround him and the plinth. But that, for now, is his go. Which means we're up to Rag. Wow! Just slipped right back into the old character there. You spent more of this campaign as Dix than as Rag.
I was ready for it.
Hey, that's fair. So, Rag is going to slumber towards the outside of Dix. And he's going to fire a... I can get the spells up. He's going to fire a 3rd level Thunder Wave.
Third level.
Yes, in a 15-foot cube. So that will be, unless you've got something to stop it, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. It will just cover all of them.
Yeah. Now, with this then, I don't suppose there's any point in me rolling for my mirror image if the damage is because if one of my targets gets hit, they just die anyway. So if it's just going to be a thunder wave and it's going to affect me, we might if that's going to go off, we might as well just allow it to happen on myself instead of all the wasted rolls.
Yeah. So
Do you know what I mean?
Just roll for you then. It's Constitution save 15.
15.
Yes.
A con save.
Yes,
I don't
Constitution.
think I get advantage on that. Do I have advantage from anything?
I don't believe so. You've got wisdom, intelligence, and charisma.
No, I failed it.
Okay. All right. Where's my? That is. So, which one is your true form?
Bottom center.
This one. Oh, wait, doesn't matter. That one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. So as Rag starts slamming his hand onto this loot again, a sonic poof erupts from it, and it blows away all the mirror images of Dix as they kind of like fly away. They just poof out of existence. Dix, you take 12 points of damage. Could have been worse. Ragnarok rolled a lot of a lot of low rolls there, and you are pushed back 10 feet. As you kind of like tumble backwards, you land on your feet as dust kicks up around you. But yes, Dix came out of that quite good.
Yes,
Good.
that was low damage compared to what it could have been at 3rd level.
Yeah.
Shit.
However, we're now up to the Death Knight. The Death Knight is a little bit conflicted here, because there is, of course, the obvious one who is attacking or looking like he's going to attack both Murug and the plinth itself. But there is also the Dragonborn who he recognises and had great fun of killing his friends, but also has taken out multiple people. So what he is going to do is cast. This is what I think it is. I just need to check something. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. He is going to cast Destructive Wave.
Okay.
So he kind of turned, still not saying anything. And... Yep. 30-foot radius. 30-foot radius. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Gregor, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 20. Gregor and Ezador. Roll a Constitution save, please. It is a con save of 17.
Fuck's sake. 13.
Ezador?
So, Constitution. You get bonuses on this, don't you?
Yeah, it should be in your saving throws.
Haha! 19.
Okay. So, Gregor is going to take... He's going to take an initial 14 points of thunder damage and is knocked prone.
That's halved as well.
Yes, so 7 points of thunder damage, knocked prone. And also... To Ezador, you also take 7 points of thunder damage.
Oh.
And you both take 7 points of necrotic damage. So,
I'm in pain.
Yep, that hurt. That really
pain
hurt.
over here.
as you guys are now kind of like, I'm assuming, with the exception of maybe Dix, not doing too hot.
Yeah, I'm not. Definitely not at all.
As this wave hits you again, then, or not again, as this wave hits you, and as you are starting to think, shit, this is not going to end well. Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
6.
7.
15.
15. Okay, so Gregor, you're still filled with rage. You are kind of like not focusing, especially after being hit with that. Dix, you are still kind of like locked down too much in combat with Rag. Even though it's distanced combat, your focus is on him. Ezador, however, you hear an all too familiar sound. The sound of a portal. As the portal starts generating in front of you and bright purple light starts spilling out, a couple of forms walk out of the portal. 6 forms to be precise. From the portal first walks out Amrius Reap, followed closely by Ebchar. Behind him, forming a rank of 4, is Raynor Iverkill, Fu, Aja Clarara, and surprisingly of all, Sailor Twift. People that you have made allies of during this entire section of Salt Harbour. As Amrius takes a step forward and looks around. Oh, it looks like we may have arrived at a good time. This is not going too well, is it? And he's just looking around, kind of like in awe at everything. As he does, Ebchar sees the Death Knight in front of him. We expected, after hearing correspondence from my father's colleague, that you would require aid, and, well, now we get to settle old grievances. Behind him, Raynor and Fu are kind of just, as usual, arguing. You can hear Raynor just like,
We're gonna kill that fucking Death Knight, and that, I don't know what the fuck that is on the platform, but we're gonna stab him again, and, oh, hey Rag!
with no response from Rag, obviously, and Fu is just like, he's a corpse. Raynor, fuck's sake. Aja looks around, and immediately upon landing, looks around and sees Vesh all the way down at the bottom and just starts sprinting, like, as fast as he can towards her. Rag takes an attack of opportunity, and he completely flubs it. He just kind of ducks underneath. And he doesn't make it all the way there yet, but you can see it is quite obvious that that is where Aja is running. And then finally, Sailor Twift, who is just kind of like looking, starts tuning his guitar and looks at Murug. Well, your time's up on, bringing the new mines, and kind of looks around. This doesn't look too good for you. Don't think you were going to come out on your deal, so contract's terminated. Shame. And at that, Amrius just kind of looks around again, and he tries to find each of you. He sees Ezador, sees Gregor kind of like knelt down almost, and sees Dix. Yes, we got correspondence from Mr. Constance's local spy that there was a large cult presence in this area. He requested that we check it out after his spy, who just would not stop talking and talking about his child and wife. Ridiculous notion. Well, he got himself injured. So Valar requested that we come for backup, and yes, looks like we were needed after all.
You
so
can
it is
say that again. I'm just
good. I believe it is time for the remnants of the expedition group to make good on our promise and avenge our fallen comrades.
Yep, totally agree. Take out the one with the harp. No.
Yes, and I assume that is the plinth over there, is it not?
We believe so.
I'm not sure what this... Holy fuck, is that Murug? Nonetheless, I'm not sure what Murug has in store for us all. But using that plinth is no good, so... here's what I propose quickly, as this Death Knight is being quite polite and waiting for me. We will deal with the Death Knight. You deal with Murug and the plinth. Sound a plan?
No worries. Kind of, let me just stretch and...
Well, I think
just
we could have done all of them, but if you insist.
Of course, Ezador, you are as gracious as always.
Do I hear Ezador saying that?
Yeah, just out the, wisps of the wind.
Yeah. We got this. I'm just got blood pouring down me, just on my last legs. It's yeah. Okay, let's go.
At this, the group charge towards the Death Knight, each surrounding him essentially, with the exception of Arja, who is, like I said, running to find Vesh. At this point in time, for all intents and purposes, the Death Knight has been taken out of combat.
Nice.
And Arja is, I don't know if you can see his little token, still making his way as fast as he can towards Vesh. So Arja is now out of combat. However, Gregor, we are up to you. As you see the group surround the Death Knight, and you can see Amrius hold open his book and throw pages which explode on contact on the Death Knight. Sailor Twift strumming his guitar as quick as he can, sending out percussive blows. Fu and Raynor fighting in perfect unison as one, and Ebchad just swinging his warhammer at the Death Knight.
Ezador, have you got Murug?
Maybe.
Do you need help taking him out? Because I might have to deal with Rag over here.
Yeah, okay.
I have a plan.
Okay, I'm gonna rush over to Rag.
Okay. Yep, so you kind of like pick yourself up, reinvigorated from the unexpected help, and rush towards Rag.
Sorry. Where was I? I was about here.
You were next to the dead cult member, yes.
I just look around and just see the health potion on the floor, and I just pick it up.
At last.
At last. And as I'm drinking it, running straight towards Rag.
Okay, is that your main action or a bonus action that you're using
Main
for that?
action. I want to lock in combat with him as soon as I
So
can.
you heal, is that 16 points plus something else? It was
4d4 plus 4.
Okay, you heal 20 points as you start dashing
Lovely.
towards Rag. So next up then, we are up to cult member 3, who is still fast asleep as literally the world is ending around him. Ezador, we're up to you.
Right. I'm going to jump onto the plinth.
Yep, so you jump with a heavy doomph.
Your turn, burn face.
Could you roll me a con save though as you jump onto it and you hit the plinth that is now starting to be swirling and surrounded by this black negative absence of light?
It's what kills me.
Sorry, what?
If this is what kills me.
Just your arrogance does it.
Your turn, burn face.
Oh god, no, I'm burning! I'm burn face now!
I'm dying. Constitution.
Yes, save please.
14.
So close.
Oh.
As you land and you say your turn, burn face, the black absence of light spreads up on your ankles and you find yourself completely held in place.
Just my feet.
All of you. Your feet are locked, but you are completely held in place. You might be able to have another go. You might be able to try and free yourself next turn, but for now you are like a statue on the plinth.
I didn't hear what you cut out there. I might
Sorry.
be able to.
You might be able to try next turn, but for now you are essentially like a statue on the plinth, completely immobile.
What if I turn to jets?
You would get another Constitution save, but with disadvantage because you've got exhaustion.
I'll do that then.
Okay, so as you land, you're like, your turn, burn face, and find yourself stuck. You as black goose seeps over you. And roll your con save, please.
Oh god.
With disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Oh god. 1.
Is it natural? What? Is it a 1?
Yeah.
Is it natural or natural?
It's natural 1 on the second roll, yeah. First one was 8.
Shit.
Shit. Alright.
You explode.
I might be enacting a plot point I did not anticipate enacting. Give me a second.
It's not going to be good, is it? If it's a plinth with necrotic thing and I've got a nat 1 on it. I mean, a mimic's bit me in half before just because I rolled a nat 1.
It's not quite as low as that. I walked back. Good timing for that. Jesus Christ. It's like, you're not going to die today, Ezador. Not today.
The lights.
As you shift towards Jax, the black absence of light seems to react to it. However, within the space of a second, Ezador, your conscious is pushed back to the forward of the mind again as you feel Jax's consciousness ripped away from you. The black goo starts sloping off of you and starts being absorbed by the black light. Again, you are back to being Ezador. And for the first time in a while, when you have not been in Salt Harbor, you no longer hear Jax in your head. Jax is gone.
Oh. Wow.
It was so close to being so much worse, but you just missed out on that. But something else big had to happen with that roll. Do you want to know what you got?
What I got?
Yeah, for the D100.
What?
11. One more point lower. If you'd have gone on to 10, that's when you may have died.
Right.
You came very close there. So we are now up to Dix. After Jax has been ripped away from you.
Minor illusion.
Yes.
I'm going to create a sound. Of a voice I've heard, which is Murg.
Okay.
And I want to send that over to Rag.
Okay.
10, 15, 20 feet, yeah, that's fine. 30 feet, 5 foot cube. Yeah, I'm going to send that off to Rag. With a whisper of, join the others in battle.
Roll deception. With advantage.
$14.
The form of Rag nods and turns to face Gregor. No, sorry. He nods and turns to face the group that are fighting the Death Knight. It's not his turn, so he cannot move at the moment.
Can I use a bonus action to drink a potion?
You can, yes. Roll that 4d4.
Ten plus 4 is 14.
It is 14. So, we are now up to Murug then. If that is your go done, Deeks.
Yes.
So, Murug kind of like almost breaks his concentration for a second after seeing the influx of more beings, more souls essentially into the plinth. And he just...
It is done.
And Ezador, you look kind of in horror, kind of in shock, as there is the negative light spreads out from the plinth and kind of creates an arc, a dome over the top of it, and then just a pop, as you disappear from this realm of existence, along with Murug and the plinth.
What, me?
All of us?
Yes, no, just Ezador.
Just Ezador.
Oh,
Where Ezador
God.
and the plinth was, there is still that giant black dome.
There's
We
still
shall-
hope.
We shall see what Ezador sees on his next turn. Just going to quickly draw that there so that we can see. However, Gregor, we're up to... as we go back to Gregor, again, we see that the Death Knight is still just blocking attacks from left and right. He is raising a hand and just... as he is blasting towards Sailor Twift. It hits Sailor in the guitar. His guitar shatters. And the Death Knight swings around to hit Rayna. As he swings around to hit Rayna, Fu kind of darts in front and holds his jagged katana out and blocks the attack. As he does, a big grin spreads across his face and arcane writing spreads across him from his sword up his body, and he just starts cackling wildly. Gregor, we're up to you.
Right, as I see Rag facing towards them, I just grab my hammer again. I'm just going to go swing straight for his face and don't ignore me.
Roll to hit with advantage.
I believe this is my last go with Cleric's Rage.
Yep, so roll with advantage then.
It's better. 16.
That will hit, I believe. Yes, that hits. It matches attacker wins, so roll your crit. The last time.
Crit is... I get a critical hit, don't I?
You do, yes.
14.
Yep, so you swing the Warhammer into the side of Rag, and it connects with a sickening crack, and you feel ribs break against the Warhammer. You pull it back, and he's still kind of jerked to the side, but he is still unalive. As you do this, Amrius, bloodied and not looking too great, turns and just sees you still attacking Rag. Do not waste your time on the reanimated corpse of your friend. He is no longer there, and there is nothing to gain. Rescue those who are still potentially alive, and stop Murug from summoning Merkel.
Good point.
Yes, it is a good point, Gregor. I'm glad you agree with me. He cannot be allowed to come back through into this realm. I'm not sure what will destroy the plinth, but maybe a high burst of magical activity or sheer blunt force.
Has the plinth gone, you say?
The plinth is gone, Murug's gone, and Ezador has gone.
Ah, we seem to be short a party.
The giant black dome that is the absence of light is still there, though.
Oh, is it? Right, I'm going to pelt towards then. Go all the way across them, all the way, and then just dive in?
Rag is going to take an attack of opportunity, but miss with that 4. You dive in, and there's a kind of another as you pass through.
Come along, Dix!
Again, I'm not going in there.
I'm going to...
No chance.
Explain what happens shortly. Dix, we're up to you. And I know, Ezador, we've skipped your turn, but technically you are out of this combat area.
I'm assuming. I've just assumed I was mincemeat in there.
I'm going to walk.
Gregor's just joined me.
I'm going to walk towards the plinth then.
Yeah.
Diagonally. As I'm passing, I'm going to say, come on, Rag. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move it up just next to Fu.
Yep. Okay. So we skip Murug, we go to Rag. Rag is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to swing for Fu, because you said join the others in battle. You did not say who to fight for.
I noticed that.
And again, as Fu is kind of just holding the sword against the Death Knight sword and cackling wildly. He flings his head back, and Dix, considering you're stood next to him, you can see his eyes have turned a deep shade of red. His skin has gone a ghostly white, and he's still cackling wildly. He swings his sword upwards and kind of rotates his arm to an ungodly degree and stabs it, or tries to stab it, down into Rag. Their two swords meet, just kind of deflecting off of each other. And Fu is still cackling wildly. So we go up to... Death Knight is out of combat. We go up to Dix. As the remainder of the expedition group continue fighting the Death Knight, Amrius just planting as many runic pages as he can onto the Death Knight. Sailor now drawing a Admiral's sword and just attacking as hard as he can. Ebchar just twatting the Death Knight with Smite, which seems to be doing a little bit of damage, to be fair. And Raynor is just heckling this Death Knight, just trying to antagonize him even more. But we are now up to you again.
I'm going to recast Minor Illusion then.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, so I don't use any spell slots for that. And say, in Rogue's voice again, join Ezador, Dix, and Gregor in the fight to destroy the plinth.
Okay, roll deception, not with disadvantage this time because you've already managed to convince him once.
9.
He ignores you.
Yeah.
He's still just trying to wail on Fu. If you wish to move, you can still move because Rag is not in combat with you.
Okay. Alright, I'll move then. Move up just outside next to Amrius, next to the plinth.
Okay, so Marug is gone. Rag is going to make another attack on Fu then. With his two axes, he just kind of raises and slams down again. And once again, Fu is... You can see as you're like on the precipice of this barrier, you can see that Fu is not the calm, controlled figure that you thought he was when you travelled with him shortly on the way back. He is now unpredictable, wild, all discipline gone as he's just kind of waving his sword around and blocking the axe. We are now back to Dix.
I'm going to jump in.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't painful.
I was expecting him to go. He goes up to the water and starts just touching it.
just runs off.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you pass through as well, Dix, the three of you, find yourselves kind of like in what looks to be a very familiar place. The surrounding area is a deep, dark, swirling purple. For a second, you're kind of like floating. But then your feet find purchase as you step. Like, as your feet land, it's almost like you're stepping. You look around, and again, for a while you cannot see anything but this weird purple void. And then around about 10-15 feet away from you is the plinth, Murug, and Ezador. Ezador, roll me a con save, please. With advantage now because of where you are.
$23.
What's that, sorry?
23.
23. So as you have been pulled into the realm between realms, any linkage between you and the plinth has been severed. You're able to move again. You kind of like feel that weightlessness that you did when you conversed with Cyric. But this time is different. There is a solidity to everything that you do in there. As you look around, as you look down, you can see that Murug still has his hands planted onto the plinth. His eyes don't look to be there anymore. There is a sudden eruption again as the wraith that had disappeared re-emerges once more. We're going to stick with our previous initiative because it's still technically part of the same fight. So, Gregor, it's you to begin, as this wraith appears 15 feet away from you, right next to Ezador, on the plinth. You feel that you don't have too much longer now until Murug successfully completes the ritual.
Right. How far is the plinth away from me?
You would say about 15 feet.
15 feet. Right, I'm just going to pelt straight towards the plinth. I'm just going to hold my hand up against the actual thing and cast Guiding Bolt to destroy it.
Are you sure you want to do that at point blank range, given it's a ranged attack?
Right, yeah.
So 1 square between. So yes, you can take it from where you are, sorry. It's just that last time you were point blank, so yeah, as long as you're 5 feet away, you don't take disadvantage. So yes, roll to hit them, please.
Lovely. Rock dice. Fuck's sake. 14.
A 14 will hit.
Lovely.
So roll your damage.
That is 6d6.
Fucking hell.
$19. 19
points.
radiant damage.
Okay, so as you kind of pull your hand back and again, this guiding bolt stretches out, hits the plinth square on, cracks start appearing across it, quite a few splinter outwards. It doesn't look like it's long for this world.
Ugh.
Ezador, we're up to you as you look down and you see Murug continuing on with the ritual, his eyes glazed over, semi-conscious as the wraith is towering above him and you. You would suspect that you've got about 30 seconds before this ritual is complete.
Alright, well, let's go for it. I'll just do a biggest thing I've got, really. Can I go up to him, shocking grasp him?
On Murug, yes, you can. Roll to hit.
$13.
13 does not hit, I'm afraid. As you place your hand on it, the electricity does leave and does emanate into him, but for some reason, he's not reacting, he's not responding, nothing is getting through to Murug.
Okay, and then with whatever I've got movement, I'm going to move away from him.
Okay, I'm going to say that the Wraith wasn't attacking you yet, so it does not have attack of opportunity. So yeah, are you kind of like moving back to where the other two are?
Yeah.
In this floating void?
It's getting out of the way of any possible attacks that are coming his way.
So you hop off, and again, still there is no noise in your head apart from your very own thoughts as you dash/float towards Dix and Gregor. We are up to Dix.
Is the Wraith? Because there's not a token for him, is there?
No, there's no. So this map is no longer in play, essentially.
Yeah.
Theatre of the Minding it.
Is he? It's not locked in combat, the Wraith, is it?
Nope, it has just kind of appeared above Murug. If Ezador had have initiated combat with it, it would have been locked in combat. It might be from the next go onwards if it chooses to attack one of you.
I'm gonna risk it and try then. I don't think there's any point, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it on. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the wraith actually.
Okay, go for it. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shout away.
Oh, command.
Yeah, I'm gonna command. I'm gonna shout away. For the rope of entanglement. To dart forward and entangle a creature I can see within 20 feet of me.
Okay.
It's got to make a saving throw. DC 15.
Quick question. The rope of entanglement. It doesn't have any magical properties other than it is entangly, right?
It's a wondrous item. That's all I've got for it. It has a command word on it. It's got an AC.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll let this happen then. Just because if it wasn't wondrous and or magical, there might not have been a point to doing that. However, the rope shoots out and starts wrapping around the wraith, pulling it tight, unable to move.
Does that take effect, yeah?
Yeah, it's taken effect. It is now restrained.
Okay.
The wraith does not respond, it does not move, it is unable to move now.
Nice.
Bonus action for another potion then.
Chug your potion if you wish. Or
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 would you allow a bonus action for Dust of Disappearance?
what does that do?
Bag of sand, essentially, which I'd have to get out and blow. And it will turn some of us invisible. It's something in my inventory.
I'll allow
as
you
opposed to a spell.
I'll allow you to use an item, regardless of, not regardless of the item, because you could start just pulling weapons out and just say, I'm using this as an item. But I will let you make a choice if you want to use a potion or the Dust of Disappearance.
Oh, this item.
Yes. It is your call.
Okay.
Bear
So,
in mind, the
who is
wraith is
it-
now entangled.
If we're theatre in the mind this, then
Yes.
who is 10 feet away from me?
So at this moment in time, you, Gregor, and Ezador are pretty much floating side by side. About 10 feet away from you is the plinth. The plinth, which is now still covered in this dark, necrotic absence of light. Planted onto the plinth with this dark light spewing out of his hands is Murug. Erupting from Murug's back is this bright white wraith.
So how far would you say Murug is away?
He's the same
From
distance.
myself.
He's 10 feet away, yes. He is on
Right,
top
in-
of the plinth itself.
In that case, then I'm just going to drink the potion instead.
Okay, roll your 4d4 plus 4.
$13.
13, yeah. You regain 13 points of health as you chug this potion and you feel the warm healing effects flow through you. Ezador, you would say, given, what you saw before, you've got about 24 seconds left. As we go up to Gregor's turn.
Right. Well, I'm just going to run straight for the plinth again with my hammer and just going to go slam down on it.
Roll attack with disadvantage, please.
Natural one.
Oh, what a way to end the chapter. Another character death. Oh, what a way to end the chapter.
Oh, God.
Is this with the guiding bolt?
Nope, this is for attacking it with an axe. And if you guys would like to look at Discord in just
Not really.
the briefest of seconds. No, I don't care, Discord, about what's new.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's below a 10.
That's not bad.
Yep.
Not bad. Oh,
this is the end of Gregor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? 2, sir. 7, 8. Okay. Gregor, as you just charge towards this plinth, you raise the warhammer up and swing it down. You swing it down and hit it, and there is a sudden rebounding, recoiling of this necrotic energy as it strikes back into you. The force of which you laid upon it, coming back at you at double the force, filled with necrotic energy, as you take 70 points of damage, halved, because of your armor.
Oh,
You take 35 points of necrotic damage.
35.
Yeah, and that's after being halved. You would have taken 70 points of damage. Are you still alive?
Oh yeah, no, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Are you unconscious or dead?
I was on 20. I was on 22. So
Yeah, so you are
oh,
now
so you're
on.
just unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious. What's your max
Unconscious.
health?
39.
Okay, so you need to reach minus 39 to die. It's just straight out die. So you're on 22, did you say?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why do I take only half the damage?
It's necrotic. Oh, wait, no. It's only undead. You take
Yeah.
70 points of damage. Let me just calculate something here. I'm fairly sure you are dead, but
28.
I was wondering what you meant by half.
Sorry.
I thought I don't get half. Does it bounce back at all?
But he's dead. He's dead. He's way
you
dead.
swing the hammer down and it hits back with the force of pure death. Gregor, do you feel it for just the briefest of seconds lift you off your feet and you start flying back in an arc? As he passes back in an arc, Dix, you can see that there is no life left in his eyes. As he... If there was a solid ground, he would smash into the ground, but he just lays there floating in the air, completely limp. And unfortunately, I think Gregor was the only one who could revive people.
Yep.
As Gregor gives his life trying to destroy the plinth.
Oh, God.
It's nice knowing you all.
We are now up to Ezador, I believe. We're now up to Ezador.
No.
As Gregor's
Okay.
corpse just floats.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Gregor.
I'm gonna go up to Morag, get my hands on his head,
Yeah.
and shocking grasp again. Is all I can
Roll
do.
to hit. Jesus.
17.
That'll hit. Hell of a way to end the season, guys.
2d8s, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Gregor's gone. Oh.
Ah, well.
11.
So as you hold on, as you see Gregor fly backwards and start just floating in the air limply, you push your hands onto his head and Murug's head explodes. But the necrotic energy is still flowing down from his hands into the plinth. The ritual has started. You cannot be interrupted.
I moves. I can move. I can't move.
You can move if you wish. You'd be moving away from the plinth, though, I'm assuming.
Well, no. All I can do is move, so I can't stop it, can I? I'm gonna just stay where I am. No, I'm not. I'm gonna move a little bit out of the way in case Dix has something up his sleeve.
You move out of whatever the blast radius is, I guess. Dix!
Please have something.
You're saying that the ritual can't be stopped now?
As in by just killing someone.
Destroy the plinth! Dix! Destroy the plinth!
Hang on, speak more into the mic, please, JB.
I said I had something, I'll have to change it now because it was aimed at a creature. Can't do that at a plinth.
Oh, well.
I'm going to have to try my last option, second level spell. My last second level spell as well.
Go for it.
I'm hoping that Shatter can do it. 60 feet.
Yep, it's in range.
Now, it's normally aimed at creatures, but
everything in the stuff in the surrounding area takes.
Yeah, that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage.
I'll allow this.
Now, normally you'd have to make a con save, but I can't imagine the plinth's going to make a con save.
The plinth is making a con.
It is.
It is tied to Merkel. What does it need to beat?
Don't say.
What's your spell normal without your modifier? I think it's a it's a 12. No, it's a 10. What's your Constitution modifier?
+1.
How do you do this? Roll your damage first.
Roll the damage. So it failed that save, yeah?
Yes.
3d8.
So roll your 3d8.
3d8 thunder damage on a failed save. What's in 21.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, this is me as well, though.
10-foot radius. You moved out of the way, so I'm going to say it just misses you.
Sorry, I thought you said it was 60 foot. That's all right.
No, it's a range of 60 feet in a 10-foot radius.
Seeing Gregor die and Ezador rip the head off Murug and realising nothing's going to happen, digging around trying to find a solution, because it's felt like all his spells have been spent mostly, and with his last option he takes his hat and he throws it directly into the centre of the plinth itself with a hope of desperation. As he pushes it, as it goes, he flurries it and throws all of the energy that he can muster up at it.
What happens?
What happens?
Yeah, tell me what happens. It's your kill. As this hat makes contact with the plinth.
As the hat makes contact with the plinth, it sort of acts as immediate firepower as it embezzles the hat and just fucking explodes, throwing shards and pieces of rock
That's exactly how I imagined it, to be quite honest.
swirling in the air, killing everyone inside.
Smacks
one
Ezador.
survived.
You're all gonna fucking die.
So it's his last 6 points.
As the plinth shatters into oblivion, as the pieces rain around, as Dix is covering his face, Ezador, you feel yourself immediately. You feel a yanking motion on your back, and you are pulled back through. You land back on the riverbed. As you look around, you can see that the rest of the expedition group, none look good. Ebchar is bleeding heavily, even his armor has been rendered off of him, but he's still just panting. Raynor is missing an eye. Fu is missing numerous teeth, a broken nose, and is missing 2 fingers from his right hand. Sailor Twift does not look so pretty anymore. Out of all of them, he's the least damaged, but he is not looking too pretty anymore. It's going to take some time for him to recover. And Amrius is just covered, his entire left side of his face is covered in blood, and he is also just like holding his chest, just breathing heavily. As you look around, waiting for Dix to come out, you realise that it's just you at this moment in time. Out of the 3 that entered, only you have come out. Gregor's corpse still lies floating in the realm between realms. The Death Knight has disappeared. The corpse of Rag has fallen silent once more, flat on the ground. And the remainder of the expedition group are trying to pick themselves up. Amrius sees you pass through the portal and, heavily breathing, clutching his side.
Dear Ezador, I see that you managed to escape.
And as he says this, white lines start appearing across the dome, and they shatter outwards before disappearing into the sky.
Where is Dix and Gregor? Surely they are coming back soon, yes?
I'm gonna look at Amrius, and he's gonna see slight glassiness in my eyes, and I'm gonna be going, Gregor.
As you say this, he kind of realizes what's happening. It's
Oh no. Not another one.
and as he looks at your face, Ezador,
Ezador, your teal eye. It's vanished.
My eye?
Your eyes, they're normal. Dear boy, what the hell happened in there?
My eyes. We lost so much. Dix! Where's Dix?
as they're all kind of looking around in shock and sorrow, we leave the remnants of the expedition group and Ezador on the riverbed. And Dix, at the moment of the explosion, just like Ezador, you feel a pulling towards you, away from you, and you feel yourself once more yanked through a portal. But this time, you are surrounded by pure blackness. Hi everyone, Tom here, and for the last time this chapter, I'd like to thank everyone who has watched or listened to this episode, and for watching and listening to this chapter as a whole. It's insane to think that we're finally at the end of this chapter, but the story isn't over yet. More on that shortly. The Reaper, the Maelstrom, and the Thief is a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign by RollCast. RollCast has been JB as Dix Meloncall and Ragnarok, Coogan as Gregor the Last, Gareth Ryan as Ezador Caldros and Ivor Milart, and Tom Crabbe as the DM. Intro, midpoint, and outro music were, as always, provided by JB. Editing and sound mixing was done by Tom Crabbe. As has become custom for me at this point, I'd like to thank all of the amazing artists who have allowed us to use their ambiences, effects, and music tracks. Not just for this episode, which has seen some absolutely phenomenal tracks, but also for the series as a whole. We might be a small channel, but the generosity of these artists have helped us create something that is truly better than anything we could have ever imagined at the outset of this journey. If you like what you've heard in terms of the music for this session, and for this series as a whole, I highly recommend checking out not only this episode's description, but all episodes' descriptions for the links to all of the tracks that have been used. But of course, special thanks for today goes to Adrian von Ziegler, Alexander Nakalada, Darren Curtis Music, Michael Gelfi Studios, Scott Buckley, and Techno Axe's royalty-free music. RollCast is on Facebook, X, and YouTube. You can find us on all of them using the handle @CastThatRoll. So if you've been watching this on YouTube and you like what we do, why not like the video and drop us a sub? Maybe even leave a comment. It really does help get our name out there. We've also got all of our previous episodes up in our Season 1 playlist, so again, why not go through it, have a catch up, and give those videos a like as well. With Chapter 1 now completed, I'd say now is the best time to relive those halcyon glory days of terrible recording audio and me not knowing how to edit anything in the slightest. Our social media profiles have information about our upcoming episodes, clips from the latest episode, and us really just interacting with the larger Dungeons & Dragons and podcasting communities as a whole, so look for us out there. Again, you can find us on Facebook, X, and YouTube, all on the handle @CastThatRoll. Don't want to watch but you still want to listen? We've got your back. Look for RollCast on Spotify, Amazon Music, Podbean, Good Pods, and all other podcasting platforms. Or, alternatively, you could add our RSS feed so you never miss an episode. If you have listened to this episode using your favourite podcasting app, then why not drop us a review? It really does help, and it also lets us know what to improve upon for future episodes. Thank you all again for watching us, listening to us, and generally just supporting us. Chapter 1 has been one hell of a journey, and so much has happened. At the beginning, I, for one, didn't expect to lose so many PCs or for them to destroy quite as much things as they did. But hey, I now know for Chapter 2. And on that note, the story isn't over yet. That's right, we'll be back for Chapter 2 in the summer. In the meantime, I personally am going to take some time away from editing and instead focus on making Chapter 2 even better than this one. More maps, more music, more twists, more turns, more everything. Whilst we're getting that sorted though, we might have a few special, unrelated one-shots and mini-campaigns coming up, and not all of them will feature me as the DM. Keep checking our socials for the exact dates, but I think for now we're all going to be resting and recuperating after that finale, so we'll see you all very, very soon. Until then though, stay safe, have fun gaming, and we'll see you all next time at the table. Have a look into some just not generic, but yeah, something that's
like
not
quiz,
like fucking
quiz show, like talk show kind of music.
Just have Countdown playing in the background.
That'll just put us on.
That'll stress me out.
What was your closest day? Go.
30 seconds to answer your question.
What was your worst childhood memory? Delve all the way back.
Wait, what? You have to choose. You have to choose a vowel or a consonant to be able to make up the actual story.
Yeah, tell us your entire backstory using A, X, X, R, Y, E, S.
30 seconds.